This is Nurse of Death, the Lucy Letby story, a gripping true crime podcast that takes you deep into the chilling tale of allegations against Lucy Letby, a seemingly caring and dedicated nurse who harbored a dark secret. Join us as we unravel the twisted journey of a medical professional whose actions sent shockwaves throughout the healthcare community. It's the story of a nurse who went from saving lives to becoming the harbinger of death. This is Nurse of Death, the Lucy Letby story. In a chilling courtroom scene today, Lucy Letby, a neonatal nurse, found herself faced with allegations of attempted murder of 2 infant boys by contaminating their feeding bags with insulin. The accusation was rooted in evidence that only she and another nurse, Belinda Simcock, were on duty at the Countess of Chester Hospital's neonatal unit when the alleged attacks occurred, 8 months apart. As the prosecution in Manchester Crown Court presented its case, they asserted that Letby was responsible for tampering with at least 3 total parenteral nutrition, TPN bags, essential tools in providing intravenous feed to infants. Lucy Letby, a 33-year-old woman from Hereford, currently faces the charge of murdering 7 infants and attempting to murder 10 more. 2 of the cases highlighted today involved baby F and baby L, both being one of a pair of twins who experienced unanticipated and life-threatening episodes in August 2015 and April 2016, respectively. The prosecution emphasized that both infants survived these critical situations due solely to the quick thinking and deft interventions by medical professionals working alongside Letby. Nick Johnson KC, the prosecutor, pointed out that in both instances, the infant's blood sugar levels had dangerously plummeted without any apparent reason. Yet, at the time, these incidents were attributed to natural causes. Johnson contended that medical personnel simply couldn't fathom the idea that one of their own might have maliciously injected the infants with insulin, leading them to overlook the possibility of foul play. As a result, the alleged perpetrator seemed to believe she had evaded detection, Johnson said. The prosecution maintained that Letby had carefully selected baby F and baby L, contaminating their feeding bags once they had been admitted into the unit. On the stand, Letby conceded that expert evidence suggested that in baby L's case, the insulin must have been administered between midnight and 9:30 a.m. on April 9, 2016. She also acknowledged that there was no reason for anyone to do this, labeling such an action as highly dangerous. Letby's recollections seemed vague when the prosecutor suggested that the insulin had been administered while the dextrose bag was hanging. When questioned if this constituted a targeted attack, she simply replied, "I don't know." Later, she stated that if such an attack had indeed occurred, she was not the perpetrator. As the prosecutor narrowed down the possibilities, he asked Letby, "Isn't the reality that unless there's more than one poisoner, it has to be either you or Belinda Simcock?" To this, Letby could only assert her innocence, stating that she had never injected insulin into any bags. The trial continued with Letby denying accusations of deliberately endangering another infant, baby K, by removing her endotracheal, ET, tube multiple times. She claimed to have no memory of a consultant, Ravi Jayaram, walking into the nursery to see her standing over baby K, who was reportedly collapsing, even as Johnson pressed her about the baby's dropping oxygen saturation levels and a silenced monitor alarm. Letby maintained that she had no memory of the event. The prosecution then suggested that the cause of baby K's distress was a displaced ET tube, implying Letby's presence during these episodes was more than mere coincidence. But when Johnson directly accused her of trying to murder baby K, Letby firmly responded with a no. With her trial ongoing, Lucy Letby continues to deny all charges. As details of these disturbing allegations unfold, the public watches and waits, hoping for justice for the most vulnerable victims. This is Nurse of Death, the Lucy Letby story, a gripping true crime podcast that takes you deep into the chilling tale of allegations against Lucy Letby, a seemingly caring and dedicated nurse who harbored a dark secret. Join us as we unravel the twisted journey of a medical professional whose actions sent shockwaves throughout the healthcare community. It's the story of a nurse who went from saving lives to becoming the harbinger of death. This is Nurse of Death, the Lucy Letby story.